Looks like it's been about 6 months since my last video, and it seemed like a good time to cover how things have changed since I started on this journaling journey of mine. Now, I'll be honest here, I wasn't exactly sure where this whole thing would take me. I have a tendency to jump from passion to passion as my mind just loves to discover new things. I really wanted to make this one stick, however, and I plan to document my life until it's over and hopefully have something that will be enjoyed by a few generations to come. I'm now over 18 months into this, and I would say I have actually become more passionate about it than when I first started. Now, part of that has to do with the fact that my wife got hooked as well. It has kind of become a ritual, a weekly ritual for us to sit down and journal together, which is time I just love to have with her. Now, mix into that the fact that because I chose Traveler's Notebook, it also feeds into one of my personality traits of collecting, and it all kind of just works itself into something that keeps growing and expanding. I will work on another video soon showing my blossoming Traveler's Notebook collection, of which I have more than a few now. But for now, let's get into what's changed. Okay, this is my everyday carry. It used to have both my planner and my journal in it, but about a month ago I thought hard about it and came to the conclusion that I typically only journal at home, and since I carry this thing around with me, it's taking quite a risk, I would say, that if I ever lost it or it was stolen, I would lose some really important memories that I've been working on. So the journal moved into another Traveler's Notebook, which I'll show here in a bit, and it was replaced by, well, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what to call this thing yet, but for all intents and purposes, it's kind of a listing of various things. I took a free weekly vertical insert and made each day into something that I could track a bit better. Books I've read, movies I've seen, what I'm doing in my spare time, oil changes, you name it, it's all kind of tracking various things in here. It's an experiment, so we'll see if I can find it useful, but so far it kind of helps me get a better handle on the various compartments of my life so I can balance them a bit better. You can see here I'm even tracking my wish list of future Traveler's Notebooks that I want, what I'm doing in my spare time so I know if I'm overdoing it somewhere or not. Again, video games played and ranks and books read, all of it's kind of tracked here in this particular book. It's a mishmash, I'll admit it, but I kind of wanted something that I could put a specific topic on a page and have some columns to work it down. So it's an experiment. We'll see how it goes. That's what replaced the journal. And you'll notice the way I have it worked is I have a craft folder that's flipped inside out because I like to be able to write with it outside the book. So with it inside out, I can just take this and slip it right in here and get to each insert quickly. The other part of this notebook in my EDC is my planner. My original intent, this is January through June of this year, my original intent was to have actual appointments and things on the left. And on the right, what I do is I kind of just do a synopsis of every single day, what happened, so I can always go back and refer to it for my journaling. It's very much like, I've mentioned before, my great-grandfather's journals. He just kind of tracked, he had a little quick quote that he did every single day. And so this is kind of mimicking that, is what I've done. What I'm finding is that I don't really have a whole lot going on in my life as far as things after work. I am an introvert. So after a long day of work, I tend to just come home and curl up. So it's not like I have lots of plans going on. So this whole left side was typically, as you can see, pretty much blank, not very much going on there. So what I think I'm going to do with this next 6 months is I'm going to put the daily notes here on the left, and I can use this right side for just tracking various things through the day, just jot down whatever comes to my mind. That seems to be a better way of doing things than my current method. I'll still have my daily notes like my great-grandfather did, but it'll be on the left, and the right side is just for scratching. When I'm out there doing things. I can make a quick jotted note, something I want to pick up, something I forgot, who knows what. But that's kind of what that right side I think is going to become for this next year. And of course, the other part of my everyday carry here is my to and fro insert. I love this thing. This is actually all my credit cards, my driver's license, everything that I need on a daily basis. I tried the passport size, and I don't know, there's something I like better about the feel of this larger Traveler's Notebook. It lets me take better notes with the pages. So this has really become my everyday carry. And that brings me to journal number 2, which is the new Love and Trip Traveler's Notebook. I was lucky enough to catch it when it first came out and got a copy. It's a very beautiful red. I really like it. So this is where my journal is kept. So I moved this from my other Traveler's Notebook, my everyday carry. And the first one here is my journal. I'm on journal number 4 already. Been going for about a year and a half now. We've got, this one kind of documents my day, the big events from current. Big things that we're doing. My wife and I have been remodeling. Our last child moved out, so we've been remodeling one of the rooms. We're kind of going with a Japanese cherry blossom look. So this is us kind of prepping the room. You can see we taped it off to paint it. These are the colors that we were planning on using. And my daughters came in and painted Japanese cherry blossom branches on the walls for us as we prepared to get the room ready. And bit by bit, piece by piece, we added things to it till the room is finally completed. Here it is, looking with all the items in it. Got a desk, some various other things in here. All my fountain pen inks are right there. So it's really, it was fun. And also, I'm trying gardening for the first time this year. So that's kind of what this one is about, is kind of covering gardening and probably my absolute abject failure with it. But that's my journal. That's kept in this one. The other insert that we've got inside of this one is my history journal. I only started journaling here recently. I wanted to be able to go back in the past and cover things like where I lived, a little bit about my grandparents, things like that. So this is journal number 2 I'm on. This is my grandfather, my mother's father. He owned a gas station. This is where I had my first sip of Dr. Pepper, which I fell in love with, and I've been hooked ever since, going on 50 plus years now. Also, I started journaling my children, starting from the time they were born till the time they graduated high school. I chose their favorite colors to use, 2 of their different shades. There's my second daughter, Kendra. You can see her favorite color is blue. This one's probably safe to show because I haven't written anything yet. But I'm covering until they graduate from high school, so this is her graduation announcement. Every one of my children, I am a big Trekkie. And my kids, just as a nod to me, as they stepped out and their name was announced at graduation, they would always step out and give the Vulcan salute, live long and prosper. So this is my second doing that. I've got pictures of all of my kids having done that. So this one's all about covering the past. I moved from the grid version of insert, which I'm still using for the historical one, but my main journal now uses the dot grid, which I think is a little better. It's not as, the lines don't show up as much, so it really gives an opportunity to do things a little nicer, I think. It just looks a little cleaner, in my opinion. We've also got this insert here, which holds all the future printed photos, sticker photos. What my wife and I do is I created a special Gmail account that we email our photos to, and then about every couple of weeks we will go in and download all the photos that are sitting in that Gmail account and then print them off onto vinyl sticker paper and then use her Cricut to cut them out, which is why you see most of our photos have this cutout. Literally, we just kind of store them, peel the sticker off, stick it in the notebook, and done. And it's working really well for us. My wife is more of a scrapbooker, so whereas you see mine is pretty much just stickers and words kind of describing things. Hers is a lot fancier. She's got more ephemera in there, so it's a lot prettier looking. But we track different things, so I think it'll still be of value to our kids to have both the kind of fancier looking one and not. My daughter drew an image of the two of us, and that's what this is. This is my wife and I, and it's fun. Very much enjoying the journal side. This one stays at home now. That way I don't have to risk losing it. Whereas my other one, my everyday carry, is what I take with me every day, and that's just tracking my day-to-days and brain dumps. That's kind of what happens there. And my last journal, and yes, it's a Blackwing. I really loved this set, so I had to pick it up. But this one houses my gratitude journal. And I'm currently sitting on the fence with this one. I still add 5 entries every week, but the honest truth is that they are getting somewhat repetitive. Oh, sure, I could get really granular and say things like I'm grateful that they had a toothpick at Texas Roadhouse, but, I don't see the benefit of that. There are only so many different ways I can say how much I appreciate my wife and my children. I started it so that when I get down about something or if I'm depressed, I have something to refer to. But the honest truth is that the greatest things in my life are here with me every day. So writing it down, it just kind of became repetitive. There's a few things that are interesting. I just don't know how long I will plan on continuing it, just due to its repetitive nature. I don't know what I would replace it with, and maybe I won't. But these are my 3 active Traveler's Notebooks journals. This is how my journaling has evolved since I first started. Originally, I had just the one notebook, and it had my planner and my journal in it, but I found that wasn't enough, and I didn't want to risk losing the journal, so things evolved into my current setup, which is my everyday carry, my journal, and my gratitude journal. That's what I'm doing now these days. Very much still enjoying this hobby. I'm 18 months into it now. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. So this is the state of my journaling at present. I'm not sure where it'll go from here. Very much still enjoying what I'm doing here. I don't see this, like I said at the beginning, it seems to be something that hopefully will stick with me because I just enjoy it too much. So where this one will evolve, I don't know. I'm sure that the gratitude journal may at some point disappear and replaced by something else. But that is where the current state of journaling is for me. Probably from here in a few weeks, I might post a video about my Traveler's Notebook collection. Very much enjoying Traveler's Notebook and the inserts. I'm very hooked to it and very loyal to it. I have several of them now. My daughter is actually currently in Japan and had to put up with the fact that for the last 2 months I've been creating a document telling her where the stores are, exactly where they're located, what I want her to get if she happens to be close to one. So hopefully here soon, I actually even get to expand this collection with some things that she's picked up from Japan. Should be here back home in a couple weeks. But there we go.